Welcome back to the Tampa Bay Rays MLB 25 franchise, and we have made it back to the ALCS after sweeping the Yankees in the ALDS. Our offense was off the charts in the series, with 7 different players hitting home runs, and Andres Figueroa having the series of his life, hitting .667 with 6 runs scored and 5 RBI. Now we take on the Cleveland Guardians, who beat the Seattle Mariners 3-2. After winning the first 2 games, they dropped the next 2 games, and then in Game 5, they win the series on a 2-run homer by Brooks Lee in the 11th inning, and they hit a total of 11 home runs in that series, so they have offensive pop too. Cleveland will be without 3 starting players in the series. Their best player, Jose Ramirez, broke his shin in mid-August and was activated off the DL on October 1st, but he is not on the ALCS roster for some reason. Pitcher Nick Lodolo was hit in the head with a line drive in mid-June and is out for the season. And shortstop Isaiah Kiner-Falefa tore his Achilles in early September and is out for the season as well. The Guardians have several former Rays on their roster. Pitchers Drew Rasmussen, who signed with them as a free agent, Dylan Lesko, and Pete Fairbanks, who we traded to Cleveland last winter, along with shortstop Brooks Lee in the Cade Smith deal, and reliever Brusdar Graterol, who signed with them as a free agent last winter, and center fielder Johnny DeLuca, who we traded to Cleveland after Season 2 for a couple of prospects. Cleveland won 94 games during the regular season, which was the 3rd best total behind Tampa Bay and the Dodgers, so this should be a good matchup, and I'm ready to get into this ALCS and see if we can get back to the World Series in back-to-back seasons. And welcome everybody to the 2028 ALCS. Hosting here again at Gas Plant Ballpark. Excited for this series. And we're just one step away from going back to the World Series, our ultimate goal. And we have a tough team here. Guardians have some power, have a really good closer, so we got to limit their offense. But we have great pitching, so it'll be a great matchup here. See if our pitching can shut down their hitting. And I can't wait to get this thing going. Shane and the boys trying to get back to the World Series. That's what we all want to see. And there he is, our stud, Shane McClanahan on the mound. See what he did in the ALDS against the Yankees. We already know he won the MVP and Cy Young during the regular season, back-to-back Cy Youngs. And the first batter he's going to face is Jason Chourio, left fielder. Jackson Chourillo's younger brother. Got a 2-1 count on now, and here's the pitch. And it's ground ball. Caminero backhands it. Throw across the diamond, and we got one quick out. And you can see this is the lineup the Guardians going to use against McClanahan, our only lefty in the rotation. Contreras will get subbed out for Chase DeLauder against right-handed pitching. And stepping in is Wilson Contreras, former Cardinal, former Cub. Down count 0-2. Here's the pitch from Shane. And he swings and misses on the slider and strikes out. So McClanahan gets his first K of the ALCS. Hopefully see more of that. In steps Travis Bazzana. 32 home runs during the regular season. Full count pitch to him. And that's going to be a pop-up in front of the plate. Basallo gets out there, and he's going to have that for the 3rd out. So a very quick top of the 1st inning for Shane. And we head to the bottom half. Need those sticks to get going. There's no score. And on the mound for Cleveland, Tanner Bybee. You guys should be familiar with him from my Cardinals franchise last year. And you can see what he did against Seattle. Not a great walk rate there. Hopefully we can get some base runners on and wreak havoc against him early. And the first man he's going to face is Mr. Disruptor right there, Chandler Simpson. Bybee's got to keep him off base as much as possible. 1-2 count now. Here's the pitch, and there's going to be a ground ball second base. Bazzana lays out and knocks it down, and it goes away from him. And Simpson's going to have an infield hit to start the ALCS for Tampa Bay. And we all know what's going to happen on this very next pitch. Bybee's pitch inside, throw down, and way late. Simpson in with a stolen base. Now we have a man in scoring position. Nobody out for the hottest man on the planet, Andres Figueroa. 2 4-hit games in that 3-game series against the Yankees. Heading to count 2-0. Here's the pitch from Bybee. And it's going to be a ground ball past the 3rd baseman into left field. And Simpson's going to have to hold as Chourio charged that. It wasn't very deep. So now we're going to have men at the corners and nobody out after the first two guys reach on hits. That'll bring in Evan Carter. 333 with a home run and 2 RBIs against the Yankees. Head in the count, 1-0. Here's the pitch from Bybee. That's going to be a fly ball in the center field. DeLuca settles under it. Simpson tagging. Here's the throw. And it's up the first base line, and Simpson slides in safe, and Tampa Bay takes an early 1-0 lead here in Game 1 as Carter does his job, gets the ball out of the infield. That'll bring in Junior, see what he did against the Yankees. He got 1 on and 1 out. There goes Figueroa. Here's the pitch. Ball, throw down, and he's out. Looked like he had a late jump there at first base. Naylor guns him down. So now we have nobody on and 2 out. And Camaro's going to pop this one up to second base. Bazana a step into the outfield grass. He's going to have that for the 3rd out. But the Rays, excitement all over the base paths here in the bottom of the 1st inning. Score a run, take the 1-0 lead as we go to the 2nd inning. And we're going to hop ahead to the top of the 3rd. Both teams went down 1-2-3 in the 2nd. Johnny DeLuca, former Ray, is up now. Nobody on, 2-2 count. And it's going to be a ground ball. Diving play by Garcia, can't come up with it. And DeLuca is going to have the first hit of the game for the Guardians off his old teammate. And that'll bring in Bo Naylor. See what he's done in the playoffs. A couple of home runs, but not much for an average. And the 1-2 pitch to him. And that's going to be a ground ball past the diving Sanchez into right field. And they're going to have the first 2 men on here with nobody out in the 3rd inning. Guardians loving it. Get those runners on for the first time. Here's Jonah Bright. He's going to square around and bunt. Pops it up past the pitcher's mound. Williams gets it and guns him down. Just barely gets him. So Bride has got 14 contact against left-handed pitching. Successful bunt there. Puts 2 men in scoring position with 1 out. That'll bring in Chirrillo now. 2-2 count on him. And the pitch, curveball, swing and a miss, and he strikes out for the 2nd out. Clutch strikeout there for McClanahan as those runners do not move up. And that'll bring in Contreras, who struck out his first time. He's down on a count 1-2. And the curveball to him is in the dirt, swings and misses. Basalo's got it, throws to first, and that's the 3rd out. And Shane McClanahan comes up huge with men in scoring position and 1 out, 2 straight strikeouts, stranding both runners. As we go to the bottom of the inning, we're still up 1-0. And we did not score in the bottom half, so we're going to jump to the top of the 4th. Bazana flied out to start the inning. That brings in John Kenzie Noel. First pitch, low and outside. Noel's got a lot of power. You got to be careful here. 2-2 count. Here's the pitch. There's a shot into deep left center field. Simpson chasing. Back to the track, to the wall. Leaps, and it's gone. Just said, got to be careful, and John Kenzie Noel makes McClanahan pay. Hits the 393-foot home run to tie this game at 1. With Ramirez out of the lineup for this series, Noel's the biggest bat we got to worry about. That's his 4th home run in the postseason. See this replay? Yeah, that was letter high right over the middle of the plate. And I don't think that's the location he wanted. I think he wanted it more up and in. Tie him up. Got the barrel out there, and he's a strong man. Drives that pitch into the secondary concession stand out there in left field. We have a tie ball game now. And that would be all the runs that Cleveland would score in the inning, but it's enough as Noel hits the solo shot to tie this game as we go to the bottom of the 4th inning. And Figueroa would double the lead off the 4th, and we would strand him, so that brings in LaDuca, who got the first hit of the game for the Guardians. Nobody on, nobody out, 0-1 pitch. And there's a shot into right center field. Simpson on his horse, chasing, balls back to the track, to the wall, and out of here. Just snuck over the wall, and Johnny DeLuca goes yard against his former teammates and gives the Guardians a 2-1 lead. McClanahan had been on a roll, gives up the home run to Noel, and now he gives up a 2nd one. Let's check out this replay. He just went with the pitch and drove it deep to right center field. If he'd have shown that power with us, he might still be on the team. And that'll bring in Bo Naylor now with nobody on, nobody out, 2-2 count. And it's a ground ball back to Shane. He's got it. Casual throw to first, and that's the 1st out of the inning. And that'll bring in Bride. That sack bunt last time. 2-2 pitch. And there's a shot over first. That's going to get down and go all the way to the wall. Morgan's got it. Throw comes back in, and Bride dives in safely with a double. So Cleveland now has another man in scoring position. Only one out. Back to the top of the order with Chiriot. Here's the pitch to him. There's a shot down the right field line, and that one is fair and hops over the sidewall for a ground rule double. That's going to score. Bride, see this replay, went with the pitch, drives it to right field, lands about 3 feet fair and hops over to the 3-foot wall. And Chiriot trades spots with Bride. It's now 3-1. Contreras hits a ground ball past Williams into left field. Here comes Chiriot. Here comes the throw. It's up the first base line, and he's in safe. And the Guardians now have a 4-1 lead. And that's going to be it for Shane. Suddenly just lost it here in the top of the 5th. Only giving up 3 hits. One of them was that home run to Noel, but this inning has been a different story. And we're going to need somebody to come out of the pen and throw a lot of innings, and that man's going to be Jackson Ferris, our number 5 starter. See what he did during the regular season. A little bit of a sophomore slump this year. Hopefully he can give us 2 or 3 innings here until our offense can wake up. And here's a ground ball. First base grab by Sanchez, and he flips it to the pitcher. Thank God Ferris was covering the bag. What was that? They get the out. The runner moves up to second base. Let's look at this replay. Ground ball, gloves it. Right here, I'm spamming circle to step on the bag. He's 1 foot away, and he decides to flip it. We're lucky the guy wasn't on third base on that play. And that'll bring in Noel now with a man on second and 2 out. And the first pitch is a shot to left field, and that one is gone. John Kenzie Noel goes yard, 2 straight at-bats, and this one is a dagger. It's going to make it 6-1. His 5th home run of the playoffs, second in this game, second in 5 innings. Well, basically second in the last 2 innings as he homered in the 4th inning. See the replay. That was just a line drive missile. And, yeah, we gotta not throw him pitches up there. And that would be all they would score, as if that was enough, too much. They scored 5 runs in the inning, so now it's a 6-1 lead for the Guardians as we head to the bottom of the 5th inning. Oh, my goodness. Now we hop ahead to the bottom of the 6th. Chandler Simpson's going to lead off. He's 1 for 2 with a run and a stolen base. 1-0 pitch from Bybee, and there's a fly ball into left field. Chiriot tracking, and he's got it on the run for the first out. That'll bring in Figueroa as he's 2 for 2, single on a double on the day. Here's the 0-1 pitch from Bybee, and it's a smash past Bazzana into right field, and he's going to have his 3rd hit of the day. This guy is just unconscious right now. And that'll bring in Evan Carter with a man on first and 1 out. He's down 0-2. Here's the pitch. There he goes. High for a ball. Throw down. And he's safe this time. He got gunned down in the first. So successful here. Picks the right pitch to go on. So now we have a man in scoring position. 1 out. See if Carter can find grass here. Here's the pitch. And it's going to be a fly ball into right center field. DeLuca tracking. Shy of the warning track. He's got it. Figueroa tags. Here's the throw. And he's going to slide in safe at third base. So get the man from second to third. Still going to need a hit to score him. This is the man we need to be hot this series. Caminero, man on third, 2 out. Here's the pitch. And it's a ground ball to short. And off Lee. Picks it up. Throw to first. And not in time. As Tampa Bay is going to get their 2nd run of the game. As that ball ate him up. Going to give him an error. Let's look at this replay. Just a hard ground ball. And it hit him on the heel of the glove. And then he didn't get to it right away. Caminero's not the fastest, but he does beat the throw. And that's all the runs we would score in the inning. So we do cut it down to a 6-2 lead as we head to the 7th inning. Now we're going to hop ahead to the bottom of the 8th inning. Nobody scored in the 7th or the top of the 8th. Joey Cantillo is going to try and finish this game off, keep it to a 6-1 lead. First man he's going to face, Sam Basallo. He sees 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts, 1 hit in the postseason. That was a home run against the Yankees in Game 3. Full count, though. Here's the pitch from Cantillo, and it misses high and wide for ball 4, so we get the leadoff man on here in the 8th inning. I need more than that. That'll bring in Chandler. See, he's 1 for 3, and he's ahead in the count 3-0. Cantillo struggling to throw strikes. Here's the pitch, and that misses up and in for ball 4, so he comes in, walks the first 2 batters, not what you're looking to do with a 5-run lead, especially at the top of the order. And that brings in Andres Figueroa, 3 for 3, a double, 2 singles. Looking to drive in a run here. 2 on, nobody out, 1-1 pitch. It's a base hit past third base down the line. Basallo runs third. He's going to score. Simpson slides into third safely, and we have men at the corners now. It's 6-3, and the tying run is coming to the plate. Gotta love that. Can't believe they gave him anything to hit. He pulled that one inside the bag. Also can't believe they weren't guarding the lines. And Basallo easily makes him 4 for 4. And we're going to pinch hit with Pete Murray for Carter. Carter's got terrible splits against lefties. So bring Pete in, see if he can get this ball out of the infield, get us another run. 1-0 pitch from Cantillo. And it's a ground ball to short. Lee's got it, throws a second for 1. Relay to first, and he gets him. 6-4-3 double play. Does drive in a run, make it 6-4. But wipes the bases clean and kind of kills the rally. And looks like they're done with Cantillo. They're going to go to the bullpen. They're going to bring in former Tampa Bay Ray Pete Fairbanks. Did a great job for us in 2.5 years as our closer in this franchise. See what he's done in the playoffs this year. And he's coming in to face his former teammate Junior Caminero, 0 for 3 on the day. Heading to count 3-1. Here's the pitch from Pete. And it's a ground ball past Fairbanks into center field. So the Rays are not done. Get another man on base, and it brings up the tying run in the person of Willie Sanchez. He's 0 for 3 on the night. He can tie this game with 1 swing, and he's not going to do it on that one as he pops this one into short center field. Bazana out in the outfield grass, gets it for the 3rd out. But the Rays rally back, score 2 runs in the inning. And it's now 6-4 as we head to the 9th. We're going to pick this up in the bottom of the 9th. Nobody on, 2 out. Clase pitching to Williams, and here's a ground ball to second. Bazana's got it. Here's the throw to first, and the Guardians win Game 1, 6-4. Ambush Shane McClanahan in that 5th inning. Steve Bybee pitched a great game. Noel with 2 home runs. DeLuca with a home run. And Figueroa's 4 for 4 gets wasted. Let's check out this box score. 2 hits for Contreras, 2 for Noel, 2 for DeLuca. Chirijo and Bride with doubles. DeLuca and Noel with home runs. Noel with 2. Bybee pitched great. Cantillo tried to give those runs all back, but Clase finished it off and gets the save. Go to our side. Simpson, single, a walk, 2 runs scored. Figueroa, 4 hits, a run, RBI, stolen base. The bottom of the order does nothing. See, the bottom 5 had 1 hit. Couple of steals there. McClanahan, 5 runs and 4 1/3 is not normal for him. And we're going to have to do better here in Game 2, or we're going to be down 2-0 going to Cleveland. And we're here for Game 2 of the ALCS. Cleveland came in, stole Game 1. And we got work to do here. We got to get this game, get this series even back up before we go on the road for 3 at Cleveland. Got to keep them in the ballpark. We gave up 3 home runs in Game 1. And Taj Bradley is going to be tasked with keeping us from going down 2-0. Gavin Williams trying to pitch the Guardians to a 2-0 lead as they go home. It's Cleveland, it's Tampa Bay, it's the postseason, it's the ALCS Game 2. And there we are on the mound. Taj Bradley, see what he did against the Yankees. He was 16-6 with a 3.60 ERA and 194 strikeouts during the regular season. Carried it over into the playoffs. And the first man he'll face is left fielder Jason Chirijo. See if we can keep these guys off the base in the first inning. 2-0 pitch to him, and there's a ground ball. Diving play, and it gets by Garcia. It's the second time he's had a chance to get a diving play, and it just got by him in the series. So now the Guardians have their leadoff man on. See this replay. Right down the middle. Hammers it. And Lou, all-out effort, and looks like he almost dove over it. So that'll bring in Johnny DeLuca, who homered off his former teammates in Game 1. 1 on and nobody out. 0-1 pitch. And that's going to be a pop-up to first base. Sanchez over by the coach's box in foul territory. We'll have that for the first out. Gotta love that. Keep that ball in the infield. And this is their lineup against right-handed pitching. DeLuca slides up to the 2 spot. Noel goes to third, Bride to first, and Chase DeLauder comes in to play right field. And that'll bring in Travis Bazzana with 1 on and 1 out. See, he's having a little bit of a rough postseason. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Has a ground ball to second. Garcia's got it, throws to second for 1, on to first, and just beats him. Bazzana is beside himself. He's like, no way, I was safe. But that's going to be a 4-6-3 double play and wipe out that leadoff base runner. It's Tampa Bay's defense helping out. That double play combo. They both should win Gold Gloves at some point. Williams already has 2. And on the mound today, Gavin Williams. See what he did. 43.2 ERA, 6.0 whip. Had a really rough game against the Mariners. He was 8-8 with a 4.88 during the regular season, so he really wasn't that much better. So hopefully we can get on him early. Chandler Simpson going to lead it off again. See if he can get disruption on the base pass. Down in the count 0-2 though. Here's the pitch. And swing and a miss. Ball almost hit him. Naylor's going to throw down to first on the drop third strike. And that's the first out here in the bottom half of the first. That'll bring in Figueroa. Hitting .750 in the playoffs. Had his third 4-hit game out of 4 games in the playoffs. Guy's unconscious. Full count now to him. Here's the pitch. There's a smash in the right center field, and the hit parade's going to continue. DeLuca cuts it off, gets it back in, and holds him to a single. Great play out there by Johnny. I already know how good a defense he has. And that's going to bring in Carter with 1 on and 1 out. There goes Figueroa. Here's the pitch. It's a strike, throw down, and he's in safe with a stolen base. Told you guys, anytime Simpson or Figueroa or Murray are on the bases, they're going. Now we have man on second. 1 out, 0-2 count. Here's the pitch to Carter, and it hits him on the right hip. Man, 0-2 count, and you hit him. That's not good, and that's going to put 2 men on and 1 out for Junior. See what he's done in the playoffs. Here's the 1-2 pitch from Williams. Runners are going, and it's a fly ball into center field, and they're going to have to get back as DeLuca catches that in front of the warning track. Trying to stay out of the double play, and that cost us the ability to move Figueroa to third. And here's a lineup for Game 2, same as what we had in Game 1. That'll bring in Willie Sanchez now, 2 on and 2 out. Looking for his first postseason home run. 0-1 count. Here's the pitch from Williams. That's going to be a ground ball up the middle and through for a base hit. Figueroa rounds third. He scores. Carter on his way to third. So we have men at the corners now with 2 out, and Tampa Bay gets the first run of the game. Clutch RBI by Sanchez.
Ball 1, no strike.
And we're still going to have men at the corners and 2 out. Lou at the plate. And the pitch to him. And that's going to be a shot over second base. That's going to get down. Cut off by DeLauder. That's going to score another run as Sanchez goes to third. Hit parade continues. Third hit of the inning. It's now 2-0. Trey Morgan up now with men at the corners and 2 out. Full count on him. Here's the pitch from Williams. And it's going to be a ground ball to second. Bazzana's got it. Throw to first. And that's the third out. But the Rays offense ignites here in the bottom of the first. Score 2 runs on 3 hits and a hit by pitch. They take an early 2-0 lead in this all-important Game 2. And we're going to hop to the bottom of the third. Nobody scored in the second. Cleveland didn't score in the top of the third, so Figueroa is going to lead things off. 5 for 5 in the ALCS. Here's the 0-1 pitch. And make that 6 for 6 as he just can't stop getting hits. My goodness. And DeLuca is going to hold him to first again with a great defensive play to get over and keep that ball from going to the wall. So we're going to have our leadoff man on again for Evan Carter. There goes Figueroa. Pitches inside, throw down, and he's safe. Figueroa tearing up on the base paths, both hitting and stealing. So now we have a man in scoring position and nobody out. 2-2 count. Carter trying to drive another run in. And a pitch from Williams. And swings and misses on a slider that just ate him up, diving down and in. And that's going to be the second strikeout of the game. First out of the inning, and that'll bring in Junior. Need a hit here. Come on, Junior. And the first pitch from Williams. There's a shot into right field. Delauder racing back to the track, and it's gone! Junior Caminero goes Oppo Taco, his second home run of the playoffs. And Tampa Bay's out to a 4-0 lead here in the bottom of the third inning. This offense has just been ridiculous all season. They've carried it over to the playoffs. And as long as our pitching can keep them in the ballpark, we're going to be in good shape. Let's look at this replay. He goes down and just drives that outside pitch. Wasn't a no-doubter, but it was high enough. And Delauder ran out of room pretty quick. 363, why he was stopping at first base. And that's all the runs we would score in that half inning. Caminero's 2-run shot doubles our lead. And lead now 4-0 as we head to the fourth inning. And we're going to hop ahead actually to the top of the fifth inning. Nobody scored in the fourth. And John Kenzie Noel popped out his first time. 2 home runs in game 1. Try and keep him in the ballpark. 3-2 count. Here's a pitch, and that's high for ball 4. I'll take that every day. I'd rather walk him. He's not a stolen base threat. Now they have their leadoff man on. Nobody out. And here's a ground ball to short, backhanded by Williams. Throws his second for 1 on the first. Easy 6-4-3 double play. His Bride hits into the twin killing. Great play by Williams to his right. Turns and throws. And that'll bring in Ralphie Velasquez. Nobody on, 2 out. And it's going to be a ground ball to first. And Sanchez grabs that, steps on the bag. And that's a third out. This defense coming up big again. Another double play as we go to the bottom of the fifth. It's 4-0 Tampa Bay. And we're going to hop ahead to the top of the sixth inning. Chase Delauder leading things off here. Still 4-0 Tampa Bay. And the first pitch is a fly ball into right field. Morgan back, and he settles under that, and he's got that for the first out. Now it'll bring in catcher Bo Naylor. 0 for 1 on the day. Here's the pitch. And it's going to be a ground ball past Garcia into right field for a base hit. So they get the 1 out, man on first. It's only 2 pitches in. He's got a fly out and a base hit. Now it'll bring in shortstop Brooks Lee. 1 on and 1 out. Here's the pitch from Bradley. And it's a ground ball to first. Throw to second for 1. Back to first, and a 3-6-3 double play. And Taj Bradley throws 3 pitches that inning. My goodness, take a pitch, Cleveland. See a replay of this double play. Bouncer to first. Sanchez, great glove there at first. Williams gets the return throw. And a 3-pitch inning. Gotta love it. We're going to hop ahead now to the bottom of the 7th inning. Still 4-0 Tampa Bay. Former Ray reliever Brusdar Graterol coming in. Faces former team. Chandler Simpson leading things off. And he's going to drop a bunt down the third baseline, and it's a perfect bunt, and they're never going to get him. Way to go, Chandler. Struggling to get on base. Drop that bunt down. We only have a 4-run lead. And all he could do is just put it in his pocket. See this replay. Perfect dead, hits the dirt, rolls up the line, dies right there, and he had no chance. Great bunt. And that'll bring in Figueroa. This dude is just unbelievable. There goes Simpson. Here's the pitch. It's a strike, throw down, and way late. And Simpson steals another bag. And we get a man in scoring position now with nobody out. Hottest hitter on the planet up. 1-2 count. Here's the pitch from Graterol. And it's going to be a fly ball into right field. Delauder back, shy of the track. Got it. Simpson tags, and he's going to go to third on the play. So now we have a man on third base and less than 2 out. Perfect chance here for us to get an attack on run. See Evan Carter 0 for 2, hit by a pitch. See if he can come through in a clutch here. 1-1 count. Here's the pitch from Gratterall. And there's a fly ball into left center field. Chiriot back. He's got it. Simpson tags. Here's the throw. And it's way up the first base line. And Tampa Bay gets a tack on run here. Make it 5-0. Carter does his job. And that's all the runs we would score. So we're through 7 innings now. Tampa Bay up 5-0. Taj Bradley throwing a 2-hit shutout. And we're going to hop to the top of the 9th inning. Chase DeLauder leading things off. He's going to foul that pitch back. Taj Bradley only has 75 pitches right now. Another 3-2 pitch. And he takes strike 3, 12-6 curveball right over the middle of the plate. Had him fooled, and that's going to be strikeout number 7 and out number 1 here in the 9th. Brings up Bo Naylor. 1-2 pitch to him. That's a ground ball, base hit past Garcia into right field. His second one of those. And that'll put a man on first with 1 out. That'll bring in Brooks Lee. 2-2 pitch to him. There's going to be a ground ball to first. Sanchez got it. Throws to second. Back to first. And Bradley covering gets it. As Lee hits into his second double play. That's the 4th double play of the game for the Guardians. And the Rays, a statement game here as they win 5-0 on Taj Bradley's gem of a game. See there, Williams, 4 runs in 4 innings. Taj, 3 hits, shutout, 1 walk, 7 strikeouts, gets 4 double plays. What a performance by Taj. Check out the box score. 1 hit for Chiriot, 2 by Naylor, only 1 walk. He hit, like I said, 4 double plays. Williams got lit up. Bullpen, for the most part, did okay. Over on our side, Simpson 1 for 4. Runs scored. Figueroa 3 for 4, 2 runs scored. Caminero drives into Sanchez, 2 hits. Junior with that home run. And Bradley with the gem evens up this series at 1 as we go to Cleveland for 3 games. And man, gotta love that. Outstanding performance by Taj Bradley. And here we are, Game 3 of the ALCS after Tampa Bay gets a shutout in Game 2 to tie up the series. We're now at Progressive Field. And 3 games in a row here. Rays desperately need to win at least one of these games to go back home. Hopefully more than one. And we have 2 really good teams slugging it out. You see 6-4 Cleveland in Game 1. Tampa Bay 5-0 in Game 2. And Game 3. Should be another exciting matchup. Rays wearing their all baby blues on the road. And hey, pregame fireworks. Gotta love it. Cleveland celebrating their ALCS as their fans with the white hankies. They're all into it. It's going to be a loud crowd. Should be a fun game. And it's the postseason. It's MLB The Show. And on the mound, former Tampa Bay Ray Drew Rasmussen. He had a rough first round against the Mariners. He was 10-8 with a 3.83 ERA during the regular season. And we know he has great control. And Chandler Simpson's going to lead things off here on the road. Got to get something going early in these games. Quiet the crowd. 0-1 pitch from Rasmussen. It's going to be a fly ball into left center field. Chasing it is DeLuca. He's going to have that on the run for the first out. So our leadoff man does not reach base. And here's our lineup for Game 3. Sanchez up hitting third. Carter 5th. Carter moves to right. Pete Murray to left. As we put Morgan on the bench with his struggling bat. And that'll bring up Figueroa hitting .750 in the entirety of the playoffs. Guy's amazing. 3 4-hit games and a 3-hit game. And he's up here, 1-1 count. There's a base hit into right field. As it continues, they're going to drug test him. Swear to God, this guy is just unconscious. Another hit. He's hitting over .750, guys. There he goes. Pitch is low. Here's the throw, and he steals second base. He's going nuts with steals in the playoffs as well. Now get a man scoring position with 1 out for Sanchez. Moved him up here for this exact situation, and he's going to pop it up in the middle of the infield. Azana's going to settle under it and have that for the second out. And that'll bring in Junior. See what he's done. That big 2-run shot to the opposite field last game. See if he can come up with a 2-out hit here. 1-2 count. Here's the pitch. That's going to be a ground ball past the pitcher into center field. Figueroa around third. He's going to score. And Tampa Bay jumps on top 1-0 again. Scoring first, just like they did in Game 2. That'll bring in Evan Carter with a man on first and 2 out. See if he can keep this rally going. 0-1 pitch, and there's a ground ball. Second base, Bazzana's got it. Flip the second for 1, and that ends the inning. But the Tampa Bay Rays get on board. Junior Caminero with that clutch 2-out RBI as we lead 1-0 as we go to the bottom of the first inning. And on the mound for the Rays, our other Shane Baz. See what he did against the Yankees. A little bit of a rough start. He was 17-6 with a 3.60 ERA during the regular season, though, so hopefully he'll revert to that form here against Cleveland. First man up, leadoff hitter Jason Chourio, hitting .241 in the playoffs. 1 for 3 with a strikeout last game, and he's going to hit a ground ball second here. Garcia's got it. Throw to first, and that's the first out of the inning. Good to keep their leadoff man off base. Here's their lineup again against righties. Exact same lineup that we saw against Taj Bradley. And that'll bring in Johnny DeLuca. He's having a good series against his former team. 1-2 count now. Here's a pitch. And he swings and misses and strikes out on a four-seam fastball. Baz blows him away for his first K of the game, second out of the inning. And that'll bring up Travis Bazzana. See, he's having a rough playoffs. 0-1 count. Here's a pitch. It's going to be a fly ball into center field. Simpson runs over. He's going to take that. And it's going to be a quick 1-2-3. Bottom of the first inning as Shane Baz does it quickly, handles it, no problem. And it's 1-0 Tampa Bay after 1 inning. And we're going to hop ahead to the top of the third. Nobody scored in the second inning, so Chandler Simpson's going to lead things off. Try and get us another rally here. Down in the count, 1-2. And there's a smash to short. Lee's got it. Throw to first, and that's the first out of the inning. Close play over there. And that'll bring in Figueroa. 762. Just unconscious. 1-0 count. Here's a pitch from Rasmussen. There's a shot in the left field, and that one is not coming back. Deep into the stands. My goodness, 463 for Andres Figueroa. Absolute nuke to left center field. His second home run of the playoffs. And he just can't stop hitting the ball. It's just, I am speechless. I don't know what to say. This guy is ridiculous. See the replay. Right down the middle. Doesn't miss at all. And just hits it farther than anybody else on the team. In the postseason, look how far he hit that up into the stands. Way up, like 2/3 up into the stands. 463, 113 miles an hour. That'll bring in Willie Sanchez with nobody on and 1 out. 1-2 pitch. There's a shot into left field down the line. It's going to drop in front of Chourio. And he's going to hold him to a single, so we're not done yet. 1 on and 1 out for Junior. RBI in the first inning. Here's the 0-1 pitch. There's a line drive base hit into left center field. Sanchez around second, digging for third. Throw comes back in, and he's into second base with a double, sliding in head first. Junior Caminero singling a double today already. So now we have second and third and 1 out. See if Carter can get a sac fly here. It's a ground ball up the middle. Lee's got it. Throw to first, and he played it really casual. And that's going to be an infield hit, if not an error. They're going to give him a hit, and that's another run. It's 3-0 Tampa Bay. Still with only 1 out, and here's a line drive. Base hit past Bazzana. It's 4-0 as Lou drives in a run. My goodness. We just can't stop getting hits in this inning. Simpson made it out, and no one else has. We got 2 on with 1 out for Pete. Here's the pitch. Here's a shot into left center field. Chourio on the run. He's got it. Tag at second. Going to third is Carter. My goodness, we got a minute at the corners and 2 out now for Carson Williams. 4-0 Tampa Bay. Here's the pitch, and there's a shot into right field, and that's going to get down and be another run. And we're going to have first and third again. My goodness, hitting is absolutely contagious this inning, and that's enough. They're done. Vogt's going to come out here and take Rasmussen out of the game. He is absolutely torched by his former team. Kind of just like McClanahan was by the Indians, the Guardians, in Game 1. And coming in out of the bullpen is going to be Dylan Lesko. See what he did. Pitched 4 innings in relief in game 2. Great job for him facing his old organization. And he's going to have to throw a bunch of innings here. So we're 2 outs in the 3rd inning. Basallo up now. Men at the corners and 2 out. And he swings and misses and strikes out on the high curveball. But the Tampa Bay Rays erupt for 4 runs here in the top of the 3rd inning. And trying to put this game away quick as we go to the bottom half. And we're going to hop ahead to the bottom of the 4th inning. Trio leading things off. There's a ground ball to short. Backhand by Williams. Jump throw to first, and he gets the speedy runner. Nice play by Williams there, going to his right in the hole. Let's check out this replay, especially with a left-handed bat. Gets it, jump throw, throws a strike. Great stretch by Sanchez, and that was an easy out. And that'll bring in Johnny DeLuca, 0 for 1 with a strikeout. Full count on him. Here's the pitch from Boz, and just misses. That's ball 4. And that's going to be the first base runner of the game for the Guardians. 1 out here in the 4th. That brings up Bazana. 1 on, 1 out. Here's a pitch. That's going to be a ground ball past Williams into left field, and there goes the no-hitter. Lost the perfect game on the walk, and now we lose the no-hitter on the base hit by Bazana. They're going to have 2 men on with 1 out. And we do not want to see this guy. Here's Noel. There's a ground ball. Grabbed by Sanchez. Steps on the bag for the 2nd out. Probably saved 1, if not 2 runs there as he snagged that ground ball down the line. And that'll bring in Jonah Bride with 2 on and 2 out. And here's a ground ball. Grabbed by Garcia. Throws, and he gets him. What a play. On the run, the opposite direction away from first base, and slings it there and gets him easily, and no run score as we lead 5-0 after 4 innings. My goodness, what a defense team we have. And then we're going to hop ahead to the top of the 5th. Ralphie Velasquez leading things off. And there's a shot to right field, and there goes the shutout. Towering shot into right field, 393. And Velasquez hits his 3rd home run of the playoffs. Get to shoot their fireworks off again. That was a no-doubter for sure. And Boz lost the no-hitter last inning, loses the shutout this inning. We're still up 4 runs, though. Look at this replay. And that was thigh high. He went down and got it. Look how high he hit that ball. That is just the highest arcing home run I've seen in a long time. Goodness sakes. And that would be the only run the Guardians would score that inning, thankfully, on this Velasquez solo shot. And we're through 5 innings here in Game 3. It's 5-1 Tampa Bay. We're going to hop ahead to the top of the 9th. It's still 5-1. Cade Smith in, facing his old team. And he's going to get DeLuca to ground that to second base to Garcia, and that's going to be a quick first out of the inning. Travis Bazana up now, nobody on, 1 out. And it's going to be a shot into right field. That's going to drop in front of Carter. Gets that ball back in. Guardians get a man on here with 1 out. That'll bring in Noel. 2 home runs in Game 1. He's 0 for 3 with 2 Ks tonight. Here's the 0-1 pitch. And it's going to be a shot, same location. As Carter gets it back in quickly, and the Guardians have 2 men on and 1 out. That's going to bring the tying run on deck. Thought we were going to finish this off with Cade, but he gives up 2 singles here with 1 out. And we're going to the bullpen because Jonah Bride loves righties, hates lefties, so you know who's coming in and out of the pen. That's right, number 99. That guy, Roger Guy. See what he's done in the playoffs so far. Got a save in Game 1. Came in and pitched and closed out Game 3, and it wasn't a save situation. And Bride bunting, pops it up, but Salo lets it drop, throws the 3rd for 1, on to 2nd for a double play. What was that? Complete head scratcher. Why are you bunting with a guy that can hit a home run? And Basalo, smart play there, let it drop and gets the double play as the Rays win this game 5-1. What a weird ending. And they take a 2-1 lead now in the series. They're all pumped up. See Boz, 6 2/3, 1 run, 2 hits, 7 Ks, Figueroa, 2 more hits and a home run. Let's check out this box score. See Simpson 0 for 5, but Figueroa 2 more hits, Caminero 3 hits, Garcia 2, Williams 2, Caminero with 2 doubles, Figueroa with the home run and a stolen base. Boz pitched excellent, and Smith did well until he gave up those 2 late hits, but Roger Guy cleaned it up with one of the weirdest double plays you're going to see. On the Guardians side, 4 hits, 2 of those by Bazana, and Rasmussen can't even get out of the 3rd inning. Lesko pitched great. But yeah, we win Game 3 and take a 2-1 lead in the series. And if you like what you're seeing here, please like, subscribe, comment, share it out, hit that notification bell, and you'll be notified when the next episode of this Tampa Bay Rays MLB franchise goes live in our ALCS series here against the Cleveland Guardians.